Alright, number 1. So, do you guys remember the 5 ways some prove triangles are congruent?
These ones.
Yeah, it's right at the top. Forget. Basically everything except for angle, 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 and side, side angle. Alright, those are the.
How come? I mean, like, how come does not side angle work?
See if I can draw.
You can.
Sound like you.
Yeah, I think it's because it's hard. If I change this angle here, but make this angle be like this angle, I can't explain it very well.
It's okay.
I failed. Okay, number 1.
Do not fail me.
Okay, let's see. What do we got there? What do we know is the same that they didn't draw? Hmm? The middle side.
We
So
have 2 sides and angle.
it's side, side angle, right?
So it's hypotenuse side.
Hypotenuse side.
This time I'm going to write it.
Number 3.
Oh, yeah.
What do we know is congruent that they didn't mark?
The vertex.
Vertical angles.
Vertical.
And so what do we have?
2 angles on the side.
Angle, angle, side.
Wait. Yeah, I said
Number 5, what do we have? I wonder if there's any nuns on this.
angle, side, angle.
Angle, side angle.
Wow. This is not so bad.
Sam.
What have I done?
Sam.
What have I done?
Oh, I do see a nun.
It's literally the same reason why you don't say the keyword in the hospital. Why you don't say what in the hospital? Keyword.
Quick?
No. Quiet. You don't say that in the hospital.
Why?
Because then usually there's multiple angles that come in.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, my dad made that mistake when he was a nurse, and then they had a 5-pilot car wreck. Yeah.
Oh.
That's why I don't say keyword.
Number 3.
One time I went to the doctor's and the doctor forgot about me. I had sat on that bed with
We
with the paper on it for 30 minutes.
Doctors actually do that sometimes. They'll leave and do other stuff.
They're like, I really don't want to see this.
Yeah, he went out to get lunch or something.
He forgot you for lunch.
And lunch is 1.
Number 7. So if the vertical angles are congruent, what do we got?
Side, angle, side.
Side, angle, side. Number 9. Maybe we should go around and take turns, should we?
Sure.
No,
I think this one is the nun.
Mallory's afraid.
Yeah, let's do it.
Alright, Mallory.
Sorry, Mallory.
What do we got? Angle, angle, side. Alright, Mallory, you're done with this. It's upside down, right? Like it's flipped, but it's still angle, angle, side.
Would angle side ever work?
No, unless it's the right triangle, then we call it hypotenuse leg.
Alright.
Number
0.
I guess we'll do the snake thing. So Sebastian, number 11. Nope. They don't show us any sides, right? So it's angle, angle, angle. Is that one of them?
No.
No.
No, so it's
Wait,
None.
So just put
None.
none.
where did you guys go?
11.
0.
Oh, I was on 0. Oh, that makes sense.
I'll look up how many nones there are after we're done with this.
Oh.
on the evens.
I was on the wrong side.
I
of the
did
page.
see one even that was none.
There we go.
And it was a tricky one. So, likely a lot of people will get wrong unless I tell you.
Where-
13.
I got it.
I got it.
Alright.
Side over side.
Yep.
Thank you.
Duh. It was
We're
his
s-
turn,
Yeah,
Leo.
we're snacking.
Yeah,
It's his
Leo.
turn.
Leo, shit.
Come on, Leo, let's see this next one.
Leo, you got 15.
Come on, Leo. It's not that hard, dude.
Side, angle.
What? Leo, you messed that up.
We already did that one. That was great.
What did he say?
You know the vertical angles are the same.
Oh, wait. Yeah, so it's angle side.
Yeah.
My bad.
Leo,
Try
not to laugh.
you had one shot.
My bad.
You messed it up.
Give him another one till he
You
gets
guys,
it right.
you guys are great. supporters.
Mom's spaghetti.
Give him
Uh,
another one till he gets it right.
Sam, number 17.
Send me up one shot.
Angle, wait.
Sam, you screwed it up.
Alright, side angle. But you can't have that. So it's none.
Yeah, none. It does, they kind of try to trick you
At
because
least
they
I
make,
didn't need help figuring out which problem we're doing.
But you got wrong the first time, just like me.
they made it look like right triangles, but you can't tell. 19. Abby,
Side over side.
side angle side. Yep, the side in the middle is shared. Time to shine, Lydia.
Don't mess up.
What do we got there?
21?
Something with an angle.
There's definitely an angle. Is there a side?
No.
Well, 1.
If it's shared down the middle, it's a side.
So angle side.
Is there another angle?
Yeah.
Nope.
There's an angle right there.
So basically there's, one angle, not two. There's one pair of congruent angles. There's only 2 tricks that we've been using over and over on these pictures. One of them is the shared side, like, reflexive property, AB is congruent to AB. The other one is vertical angles.
It looks kind of even.
It isn't. Vertical angles, right? Just keep, those are the 2 that they don't draw, but have to be congruent. So all we have on 21 is angle side.
Can we do that?
That is no, it's not one of them.
Or not?
Not
You
enough,
said so, Sam.
not enough info.
It's not good enough for me.
All right, Mallory, 23.
Oh, I wrote on the wrong one.
Angle side angle.
Which angle is congruent that they don't show us?
On the opposite side.
In the middle, those 2 in the middle, right?
Yeah.
Vertical angles. So is the side between the 2 angles or is it outside of the 2 angles?
Outside?
Right, so do you know what it would be in that case? Be angle, angle, side, because it's not in the middle of them. Sebastian, 25.
Would it be none?
It's side angle, but it's a right triangle.
Oh.
Hypotenuse leg. Trey, there are a lot of nuns, aren't there? 27, Trey.
What means it's like that?
None.
None.
You gave it away.
Good job.
Thank you.
Leo, 29. It might help if you make a little mark
That's what I'm doing.
paper.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. So
I don't really want you marking up your books though. What?
Oh,
it'd be vertical angles.
Yeah, those vertical angles are the same.
got some bad news.
Angle
Eddie.
side angle.
Is the side between the 2 angles?
It's angle.
Yeah.
No.
Wait.
It was at this moment.
You had
He knew.
one shot.
He messed up.
Angle side.
Yeah. So if you go like around the triangle, it's angle, angle side.
Okay.
Like if it was between the two angles, like right here, that'd be angle side angle.
Sam, you have one shot here.
Alright, man, alright.
You know why you say it one shot when everybody's done two?
I know.
Oh, yeah.
31, Sam.
So, it doesn't show any angles, and all it shows are 3 sides, because the the 2 lines go together, the 2 triangles, so it's none, because you can't use side,
You
side,
have
side.
one shot, Sam.
Yes, you can.
You can? That is one of the choices, isn't it? Then side, side, side.
You put a lot into
You
that.
have 2 shots,
You put a
Sam.
lot of-
Yeah, he like did it all out loud.
Try
Gotta
not to
talk
think out
about
loud, but then sometimes
Gotta
I
talk
think.
it out like you're on a quiz show. Alright,
Hey, you can-
Exactly, because then they understand how you got your answer.
yeah.
Sam, we don't need to understand.
I was only gonna do number 1 with you guys.
What? No.
Okay, I noticed that they put thoughts below. Let's not put in any inappropriate comments down there.
I like totals.
Okay,
That was stupid. That was so stupid.
what should line 1 be on number 1?
The given.
The given. Start writing.
God.
You got 30 seconds. Mark, set, go.
What?
Feel the pressure.
You never
Feel
said
it.
go though.
I said mark, set, go.
You know what would be horrible if somebody's pencil just snapped?
I went through the danger zone. Instead of the Jeopardy music, that's what we're.
This is dangerous.
And then a lot of camera shots where it's like jumping around, and you guys are just sitting there. Gonna take a ride. That song's dangerous to listen to when you're driving. Cause you like
Want to
subconsciously speed up 2 miles an hour. True story.
Next.
True bitch. What?
Okay, makes you want to run from the cops. And then we're trying to prove the angles are congruent. How can we prove the angles are congruent? Actually, there's an easier way.
Where do we start?
No, see, angle A and angle E are congruent is what we're trying to get to. So I'm trying to think backwards here. How can we, if we're trying to get to angle A and E are congruent, what's some way we can get there?
Oh, by doing vertical angles.
How does vertical angles help us?
Because that can prove that the triangles are congruent.
Oh, yeah.
And then how does the triangles being congruent help us?
Because if the triangles are congruent, then
It means the angles.
Angles are
means A.
Okay, you were close, you were close.
Where'd the AA?
You don't have to know the triangles are congruent to use angle implies angle.
Alright. So
But-
it's the vertical angles.
If the triangles are congruent, we know the matching parts are congruent. What did we call that? Corresponding parts of congruent triangles, yes. So you actually could use the AA arrow, AAA for this one, but I think we need to practice using CPCT.
I don't know what either of those things mean.
Yeah.
What either of those.
Okay, well, maybe you'll understand CPCT after we're done
I'm
with
gonna
this.
just write it down. C, P.
It stands for corresponding parts of congruent triangles.
He's like,
It means they are congruent.
I'll try and remember that.
Might make a note of it somewhere.
CPCT means
You
clear.
can put that in your thoughts.
Hey.
Say it again.
CPCT.
corresponding
Equals
parts
congruence.
of congruent triangle.
Thank you, Lydia.
Are you trying to eat your paper?
You should see at the chocolate and chocolate factory.
Hmm?
You were singing that song earlier.
Wait.
How many steps are there supposed to be?
All right.
I know we're just supposed to have one and the vertical angle.
Vertical angles are congruent, so what are the vertical angles?
What's that too?
Angle
BD,
C.
AB, BD, DE.
That just sound like a bunch of gibberish, you know?
Well,
Sure you wasn't right.
BCA,
Yeah.
DCE.
Angle BCA is congruent to angle DCE.
Is that the second one?
Yeah, after the given. And how did we know those two angles were congruent?
DC.
Vertical angles.
Vertical angles. Okay. We could, at this point, the easiest way, we could do it in 3 lines. If we know 2 angles of a triangle are congruent, we know the third angle has to be congruent. So that's called AA, arrow AAA, right? But let's do it the other way and say the triangles are congruent. So how do I know the triangles are congruent right now?
Angle, side, angle.
Yeah, angle, side angle. So triangle, what?
ABC.
ABC is congruent to triangle EDC. If our book was doing this problem, they would have added an extra line in there. They would have said, actually maybe 2 lines. Angle B and angle D are right angles. Definition of vertical or perpendicular lines, I mean. And then they would have said the next line, angle B is congruent to angle D because all right angles are congruent. But I'm skipping that. Alright, now that we know the triangles are congruent, why do we know angle A and angle E are congruent?
CPCT.
Yeah. Because if the triangles are the same, any matching parts have to be the same. Try to process that. If that makes sense to you, you're likely to remember the CPCT thing.
Could you repeat it, please?
If 2 triangles are the same, then any matching parts should be the same.
Okay.
Like angle A and angle E.
Okay. I think I understand you.
We call it CPCT for short. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent.
Okay. Then what's the AA into A?
If 2 pairs of angles and 2 triangles are congruent, the third pair has to be congruent.
Okay, but
Angle
there's not
A.
a third triangle.
No. If 2 pairs of angles and 2 triangles are congruent,
Okay.
then the third pair of angles has to be congruent.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
And yeah, so CPCT would be the reason for the last line. Number 2 is you're only proving the triangles are congruent.
Oh.
Number 3, you're trying to prove segment AZ is congruent to segment AC. So you can do something similar to what we did on line 1. Good luck, Godspeed. I'll look up how many nuns there are on the evens.
Yeah.
Possibly don't have an answer sheet.
Was what? Angle,
There's one on the front page. 2, 3, 4. Oh, no, that was odds. 2, 3. There's 3. Three nuns, and one of them's on the front page.
Which one?
The one that doesn't have any of the 5.